Hello everyone, it's me again, and I've got something to share with you. You've probably already heard, Ander Herrera has officially left Man United. His contract ran out on July 1st and he's signed with Paris Saint-Germain for 5 years. £300,000 a week, maybe euros, definitely not dollars. £300,000 a week for Ander Herrera. That is one of the most mental things I've ever heard in my entire life. He is essentially Ji-Sung Park without an end product. Seems like a great lad. Never questions his work rate, even though he's bang average. Bang average at that level is what I'm talking about. Yes, he belongs in a good squad. Yes, he belongs to be in the squad of Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, he could play in Man United squad. Probably could have got a Man United squad during the good old days. Maybe not. But to give him £300,000 a week is absolutely insane. What's even more insane is that people are knocking Marcus Rashford getting £200,000 a week. I think Marcus Rashford's 21 years old, and Herrera's 29 years old. Marcus Rashford's already a much better player than Ander Herrera, and he's Manchester through and through. And not just that, the sky's the limit for that lad. He could be the best player in the world. He might not be as well, but he definitely could be. So, glitched out now. So realistically, what on earth are people talking about when they're talking about Rashford getting £200,000 a week? The uproar when Lingard got £100,000 a week. It's like, come on, Herrera's just got £300,000 a week to play football. Just let that soak in. £300,000 a week for him. He is not as good as Ji-Sung Park was. I'm sorry, he was not. Ji-Sung Park, and he never got paid £300,000 a week. My goodness, I know that's unbelievable. Huh. While we're on unbelievable, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a genius from the bench, clearly could read the game. Went to Molde, won a title with them, did well in the Europa League, I know. I think he got pretty far in the Europa League, like quarterfinals, last 16, I'm not sure. I think they beat Atletico Madrid, the winners in the group stage one year. Again, I think maybe they drew with them. I know he's done well with Molde. No one can say he didn't do really, really, really well with Molde. Went to Cardiff, got the Premiership management experience. People were mocking Manchester United when they hired him as a caretaker. Literally, oh God, I don't fancy that, really. Caretaker, he's, mocking. He does brilliantly well for a few months, gets a contract. Obviously, it went off the rails. Ollie's back at the wheel, though, for the new season. Frank Lampard has just been announced as the Chelsea manager. Frank Lampard, who has no managerial experience whatsoever apart from 1 year in England's second tier. Okay, you could compare England's second tier to the Norwegian League, absolutely. Did he win it? No. Did he vastly improve on that season before under Gary Rowett? No. In fact, they finished in exactly the same position in the league of 6th place. And then he gets the Chelsea job, one of the biggest jobs in the world. I hope he does well. I've actually always liked Frank Lampard. No matter how crap he was for England, he was obviously he was one of the best midfielders in Europe, a little bit behind Steven Gerrard and way behind Paul Scholes. But to give him the managerial job at Chelsea, talking about clubs in desperation, people talking about Manchester United. Chelsea have hired Sarri, who didn't want to be there ever, you could tell that, just took it as a stepping stone. 100% he took that job as a stepping stone, just like probably. Sorry about that, glitched out again. I was just having a sly dig at Liverpool. Hard to do as a Man United fan when they just won the Champions League, but bear with me. The point is, Frank Lampard getting the job at Chelsea is beyond a joke. And again, wish him luck. You don't get somewhere without being given an opportunity. Maybe he'll do great with them. They'll win titles. I don't hope they'll win titles, but I hope he does very well. But I guess what I'm looking at is the complete contradiction in people's opinions when it comes to Lampard and Solskjaer and when it comes to Herrera. I mean, for goodness sake, that Herrera thing is crazy. Moving on to Harry Maguire, is he worth 70 million? Man City don't think so, apparently. I don't think so either, even in the market. But, needs must as the devil dries, as well. And you've got to look at what Manchester United's needs are. And they do need a centre-back, even though I think Eric Bailly, it could be a quality centre-back. I really still believe that. I think he's been unlucky with injury, and I think he could get in any team from what I've seen of him. The very limited game time I've seen from him, he can get in any team if he's on. He looks like Nemanja Vidic in disguise to me, but no one seems to remember he still plays for Man United. So the fact that we have someone that, in my opinion, could be one of the best defenders in Europe, given a run, given a good luck with injury, and he's not even being mentioned. My point is that we do need a leader back there. We do need someone that's strong in the air. We don't have that. Lindelof, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. I've not seen much of Wan-Bissaka in the air, to be honest with you. I've seen clips of him just being dominant in tackles and being good going forward. So I think having Harry Maguire on the side would be huge for Manchester United. He reads the game well. He brings the ball out of defence well. He's lacking a bit in pace, but you can make that up in the mind, especially the way we play. Manchester United's line is normally a little bit deeper, or it has been recently. So I don't necessarily think that Harry Maguire, he just seems like a Manchester United player, doesn't he? I don't think he's worth that money in the market. I don't think he's worth more than Virgil van Dijk. I don't think he's as good a player as Virgil van Dijk, but I still think he could be an absolute Steve Bruce back there and could be a true leader. So I hope we get him. I hope we get him and pay 75 million for him. I'd be happy with that. And then we need Bruno Fernandes and bring in Sean Longstaff then. Take a chance, a couple of kids. What Ollie wants is that next tier player who wants to make it up to the first tier, is hungry, not your Paul Pogba, who apparently Mino Raiola has come out today and said that he wants to leave, and good luck to him. I can't wait to see the back of him. I've watched some of his Instagram posts recently as well. That guy is not likable at all. He kind of emulates everything that's wrong with footballers. Like the absolute ego that you can just sense comes from, he truly believes his own hype. That's crazy to me as well, because essentially all he's doing is kicking a ball around the field. Let's be honest. We love the game. We're really happy about it, but for him to have the ego he does is insane. He's not even very good looking, to be honest. Yeah, let's be honest. Well, that's really all I had. I want to discuss Ander Herrera. I want to discuss Harry Maguire, and I want to talk about the Frank Lampard hire, which I think is embarrassing for Chelsea Football Club. Other than that, what also was interesting is Pep Guardiola gets paid 3 times more than any manager in the league. He's 15 million more than Lampard, who's the 5th highest, which is crazy again. But I get it. If you're going to hire someone at Chelsea, they're probably going to be well paid. I understand that. I think he's the wrong hire. I think it's an absolute debacle. But again, I do wish him well. I do like Frank Lampard. I wish Ole Gunnar Solskjaer better. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a more proven coach, which people have been talking about him not being proven, which is a bit nonsensical as well. And I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be a better coach than Frank Lampard, 100%. Better manager, better coach. I think Ole's at the wheel, and we should be happy with that. Let me know your opinions as well. If you think Frank Lampard's a good hire, maybe don't let me know your opinion because you're a moron. Maybe you think Ander Herrera is better than Jason Park and worth 300,000. Again, if you do think that, you're a complete moron. Man United fans saying that Herrera should be in the squad and we miss him and we should have kept on him. Really want to pay him more than Rashford? He seriously wanted to pay him 250,000 a week, or apparently he's a really nice lad and he wants to stay at Manchester United. But he wanted north of 200 and Paris Saint-Germain were offering 300. Well, I think the conversation probably went something like, 225, I just want to stay here. But really? For him? That's insane. Again, Rashford, 200,000 a week, people are going mad over that, going mental. Alexis Sanchez is on 350. I understand that's completely messed up Manchester United's contract structure and wage structure up. I understand that. But we're trying to get back to a good structure. Rashford at 200 is a decent thing. He's our forward. He's our centre forward. He's going to be at Man United hopefully for the next 10 years and be world class. 200,000 a week, perfect. We can. That's a bar now. We're kind of setting. All right. De Gea, give him 300,000 a week. Best goalkeeper in the world, proven. Yeah, give him 300,000 a week. Give Ander Herrera, Ji-Sung Park without a finishing product, 300,000 a week. I'm not knocking Ji-Sung Park, by the way. I think Ji-Sung Park was a better player than Ander Herrera. I really do. But he also had a finishing product where Ander Herrera has 0 in the last third. He does nothing in the last third, never has. Show me a video of him doing anything. I bet it's a deflected shot or a tame effort. So, it boggles the mind. But Man United, get back to the wage structure. We're doing everything right, it seems, in the summer. Everyone's so negative, but all of the moves I've seen, we've got a young lad from the Championship that's lightning. We've got one of the best right backs in the Premier League and he's young and hungry. It looks like we're going to get Bruno Fernandes, who is a highlight reel, and apparently he's just tenacious tenacity. He reminds me a little bit of a young Juninho, Middlesbrough, just a little bit more physical. A young Juninho, but he's young. Bruno Fernandes is young. Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, cracking. He looks like a cracking player. Get a centre back, and then we're well on our way. And people knocking Dalot going to right wing, we'll give him a chance there at first. People have all, they're saying, Stoke do that? Well, Gareth Bale was a left back and went left wing. That worked out pretty well. There's been countless times that Roy Keane was a right midfielder, went centre mid. That worked out pretty well. We could probably do this all day of players that start their professional career in a position and get moved and excel. I don't see a reason why to knock that. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thinks Dalot could be a right mid and we don't need a centre, well, I trust that. I do think we need a centre right midfielder though. So right mid, centre mid. Obviously you got to double that up if Pogba goes. Probably a young centre mid with Longstaff as well, and a centre back, and we're made. We're looking good, and we can compete with the top teams with that squad, and we will. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Cheers.